Welcome everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be taking a first look at a new tactical role-playing game coming out called Guild Saga Vanished Worlds. This is a game that's developed and produced by Ocelot Technologies and is set to release, I believe, on April 15th, 2024. Before we get started, I feel it's important to let you know that this is a sponsored video. The developers and the PR team were nice enough to reach out to me and give me the opportunity to do a video for the game. It has been on my wish list for some time, and I was likely going to cover it on the channel anyways, so I thought, why not? That being said, this is going to be a raw gameplay footage, so you can make up your own minds as to whether or not you would like to wishlist the game or purchase it when it comes out. Without any further ado, let's get started. There's only one thing I would like to note about the main screen here, if you're going to be playing at least the demo version of the game. If you go into graphics and you turn off your frame rate cap and you have any sort of decent graphics card, being as this game is a pixel-based game with not a lot of graphical process that requires it, your frame rate will jump up to like 1500 in some cases, and it'll just strain your video card for no reason. Throw a frame rate cap on, that's really the only thing I would note. The rest of the menu is all pretty basic, nothing too special about it. So, one thing I will note that is a nice quality of life thing is there's a musical slider here on the left-hand side of the splash screen, or the main menu screen, so that you can easily turn up and down the music volume as you want, or I think even mute it. Yeah, 100%. Let's go to character creation. So it is a free-range character creation game. You can create any character you want within the confines of the game, obviously. One thing I will note is that gender doesn't appear to change your body shape at all. You're kind of just always the same. You just get to choose whichever one you want to be. Similarly, I don't think that the racial choices have any sort of gameplay mechanic associated with them. There are five, I think? 4 or 5. There's Pale, Demon, Mirren, Icerin, Volk, and then back to Pale. We're going to take Demon because it sounds the coolest. As for hair, you have many choices of hair you can choose from. It is obviously pixel graphics, however, they are detailed enough that you can easily make out the differences in hairstyles and character models, so it's kind of nice. Bookish, braided, combed, duke, erudite, feathered, fell, junior, long, parted, regal, romantic, unkempt, wedge, bald. We're going to take bald for our character, because why not? It's how I'm going in real life, and so here we are. When you go bald, you can't actually change your hair color, which does make a lot of sense. Eye color, you can go blue, brown, cyan, green, purple, red, but we're going to take purple, because purple is my favorite color, and we're going to be doing that. Now, you'll notice that there are 2 options at the bottom here, clothing and weapons. So we'll do clothing first. Hit equipment so you can actually see what you're doing. That just shows you what your character is going to be wearing. Warrior light plate. Armor and magic barrier in this game work a lot like extra hit point pools. So 20 armor is effectively 20 physical resistance. And then once that wears out, you'll start losing hit points. Similarly, 6 magic barrier is 6 magical resistance, and then you'll start losing hit points from magical damage sources. There is one piece of gear that is worthless to take, and it is Archer's hunting gear. And I'm going to explain why in a sec, but I'm going to read them all out, and then you can see if you can figure out why it's worthless all on your own. So, Warrior's light plate is just armor that gives plus 20 armor, so 20 physical resistance. Archer's hunting garb gives 4 magic barrier and 10 armor. Not bad, right? 14 total. It's not the worst. Mage's cloth robes give 6 magical barrier, 10 armor, and then 1 to each elemental resistance. 1% each magical resistance, I should say. And then the rogue's cloak gives plus 4 magic barrier, and plus 12 armor, and plus 1 evasion. Mull it over for a second. Why would you never take the archer's garb? Well, the answer is quite simple. It is objectively worse than mage armor in magic resistance. It has the same physical armor and no resistances. It's also worse than the rogue's cloak, which has the same magic armor as the archer's garb, but 2 additional normal armor plus 1 evasion, 1% evasion. So if you're going to be an archer, take rogue's cloak or a mage armor. Either one is better than the archer's hunting garb. It is terrible. I'm sure it'll be balanced in later versions of the game, I'm hoping, because it's objectively the worst one. But anyways, let's take mage cloth robes. That's where we're going to be going. Your base skill is your main, quote unquote, main attack is based on what weapon you're using. So, for example, if you're using a steady short sword, you have slash as your skill. Does physical damage. Dual steel daggers gives you lacerate and +1 dual wielding. Similarly, rogue weapon there. The bow is your ranger weapon, knock and release, and it does 5 physical damage, which is kind of nice. Rod of Gusts is your air elemental staff. Rod of Gravel, earth elemental staff. Bubbles is water. Flames is obviously fire. Renewal is holy slash. I think it's just called holy damage, right? Light damage, sorry. It is light damage. And then there's the Rod of Gloom. This is the one that we're going to be taking. It is dark damage, and it's going to be what we're going to build our character around because we're going to be evil, as we usually tend to be. Once you've selected all of your appearance and your starting equipment, you head to backstory. There's a bunch of backstories. Industrialist gives you engineer skill. Legionnaire gives you swordsman skill. Academic gives you intellect. Vagabond constitution. Brute gives you strength and intimidate bonuses, but intelligence deficit. Disciple gives you warlock skill +1, but you can't learn cleric skills. That's fine. Zealot gives you +2 cleric skills, but you can't learn warlock skills, which I think is a little unbalanced. It should be warlock +2 if you can't lose cleric, and then also +2 cleric if you can't use warlock, but that's neither here nor there. Rogue and thievery for pickpockets. Pyromaniacs get +2 pyromancer skill, but can't use any of the other elemental types. So no aeromancer, geomancer, or hydromancer allowed. Sharpshooter is ranged, of course, and then we go back to industrial. So we're going to be taking warlock. The first time the master appeared to me was through dream. Though but an apparition without form, I knew it to be he immediately. Before he could speak, I had already been subject to a wretched cacophony of fear, unholiness, hatred, corruption, and infinite awe. Though my mind had become tainted, the purpose for my birth became clear. Eternal servitude in his name, a fact learned to me only at that very moment. The master then spoke of lands far west, beyond treacherous waters, where servants congregated, where the shattered fragments of his heart that tethered him to this realm were strewn. It is my mission, nay destiny, to seek out my brethren, aid in his revival, and make his second coming known to all in Aarde, which is the world, I guess, we're part of. That's the one we're taking, though. Disciple. Pretty cool. Inclination gives you, I think it's your personality, basically. So inclination could be altruistic, ambitious, curious, degenerate, devout, greedy, loner, neophile, righteous, vengeful, and then back to altruistic. We're going to take degenerate. I don't know what this does in terms of gameplay mechanics yet, but one does not need to tell me the odds, for I already know them by heart. The higher the stakes, the more I welcome the wager. Gambling? Heavens no. It's so much more than that. After all, what fun is life without any risk of death? We are a degenerate warlock. There are 3 primary skills: strength, dex, int. Very simply, strength is for melee attacks, dexterity is for ranged attacks, and intellect is for magic. Pretty straightforward. We're going to take intellect for our character. There are 3 secondary stats or attributes as well. Initiative increases your chance of acting first in battle, so it makes you act sooner. Constitution, more health, obviously. Memory, number of skills that can be equipped. Very similar to Divinity Original Sin 2 in that regard. We're going to take Constitution, so we have extra hit points. Combat, again, fairly straightforward. Swordsmanship while using one-handed melee weapons. Wizardry while using wands or staffs. Dual wielding when equipping 2 twin weapons. And ranged is obviously with bow. We're going to grab Wizardry because that's what we're taking. Your schools are... You put points into schools and you learn spells based on your skill in those schools. We're going to take Warlock because that's what we're being. We'll have effectively 4 Warlock skill when we get into the game. There are 5 starting abilities you can have as a Warlock. You can have Hellfire, which is pretty good. Summon Slime, which is okay. Vampirism is pretty good. Raise Skeleton Warrior. As we all know, Warlocks are just healers with Resurrection that arrived a little bit too late. We can bring things back to life. They might be missing, muscles and skin, but they will be alive. Once again, Skeleton Warrior, we're taking that for sure. We're also going to take Iron Maiden, which is a higher damage spell, and Vampirism, which also is a higher damage spell, but also heals us when we use it. As for talents, there's several talents, looks like 4, 8, 11? Yeah, something like that. Elusive gives you evasion, Consistent gives you better accuracy, but less critical strike. Politician gives you inspiration, or inspire, I guess, which is a skill. Mineralist gives you mining. Scavenger gives you a chance to recover special arrows, probably pretty good for a ranger, although I'm not entirely sure as to how special arrows work in this game yet. Interrogator, Intimidate +3. Fleet-footed gives you walking speed and avoids dex-based traps. Medium, which is the one we're going to take, allows you to communicate with spirits. Barbarian is +3 strength when health is 30% or less. Logician gives you intellect, which again was our primary stat, which increases, I think, our damage by magic and elemental skills, which could be really good, but do I want logician? An extra 3 intellect is basically a level worth of intellect, but I think we're going to go with the medium because I want to talk to undead or ghosts. And then Relic Hunter gives you a chance to find higher quality items, which also sounds kind of neat. But once you have gotten all your stuff done and selected, we start the game. Oh, I have a name and character. I should probably do that. Eltimar. Done. Let's get into the game. So, the game expands out. We are now on a boat. There are a few people we can talk to here before the tutorial battle. The one minor criticism I have so far is that you have to talk to people multiple times in order to get all the information out of them. Conversation trees will end the conversation. You have to go back into the conversation to do more talking. So, for example, if we talk to Iron Fist Artor, refreshing isn't it? What, the storm? Precisely. Now, what might I help you with, fellow hero? Who are you? They call me Iron Fist Artor, but I was born simply Artor. Why Iron Fist? They say the might of my punch strikes true, as iron does, although I have on occasion shattered iron with these hands. I could care less about what others choose to call me. I couldn't care less, but whatever. Now, what might I help you with? Now we can go to other things. What is our role here? What is his role here, I guess? 3 novices, rookies, newcomers were selected for a mission of utmost importance. Why? Regardless of the reason, something's amiss, so here stands the guild's strongest swordsman to investigate and lend aid in battle. My apologies, I didn't know I was in the presence of a great warrior. No need for apologies, now leave me to rest. Chaos always looms on the horizon. Okay, we've finished his tree, so you saw we had to talk to him twice to get through it. We're going to do the same to everyone else. Salutations, comrade. Who are you? I am the sorcerer they call Piretta. Piretta? At times, I help the guild out during missions like this one. When I'm unoccupied, you'll generally find me in the library doing research. And what's your role? As ship's crew, I'm just extra hands, really. I'm pretty handy if it ever comes to a fight with pirates. Mwahaha. An awfully evil laugh for a hero, but fair enough. What makes a wizard different from a sorcerer? I don't think there's much of a difference. The name, I guess? That's fair. And that's all he has to say for himself. We're going to talk to Aska. Hey, Eltimar, how's the voyage treating you so far? I'm sorry, who are you again? Oh dear, did you maybe hit your head on something, Eltimar? I like how the game assumes that you know who these people are, and then when you ask them who they are, they're like, are you sure you're okay? I'm Aska from the Forests of Mir. Oh, I remember now, thank you. Don't go forgetting again, okay? Fair enough. Hey, Eltimar, how's the voyage treating you so far? Sorry, who are you again? Oh no, you can just do the same thing again. Okay, I remember now. So that's a tree that just continues. Gotcha. Fantastic, I love a good ship. Don't we all? So maybe that guy they sent to Keelhaul just now. Who? Lucian, obviously. We're talking all snappy to the captain. She giggles. I'm just pulling your leg, of course. Keelhauling is when they drag you underneath the ship and basically rip apart your body against the barnacles underneath. It's kind of a horrible way to die. Let's go talk to Lucian. We're still a long way from the Andra, Eltimar. How can I help? Who are you? Did you hit your head on something? Well, in case you aren't cracking a joke, my name is Lucian Dawnguard, and we, along with our friend Aska over there, have been selected by the Guild of Heroes, or the Heroes Guild, for this mission. And where are we headed? What, we've been sailing for a week and you decide to ask me now? Our destination is Newacre, a city that sits by the eastern coast of the New World. We were tasked by the Heroes Guild to escort a package to their detachment there. Package, don't worry about it. That's safe with me. How long more do you think we'll take? We're at least 3 days away if the storm doesn't take a turn for the worse anyways. You should probably get some rest below deck while you can. We'll work on that. We still have one more person to talk to, else we can look at the map. It just says, sprawled out on the table are a compass, writing instruments, and a meticulously detailed map of Respite Island. Another note I'll just mention is that there's no way to highlight interactables in the environment. A barrel filled with clean water, someone should probably close the lid. There are seagulls flying above. Gross, you don't want to drink seagull poo. A barrel filled with apples, and a barrel filled with freshly caught fish. You're not sure who the fisherman was, but the game doesn't tell you what things around you are interactable, so you have to mouse over things. A flag bearing the emblem of the Heroes Guild. So, That is just the one thing. Like, tab doesn't do anything to the best of my knowledge. Neither does alt. Something pops up other than it does show you what the hotkeys are for your things on the bottom there. Salutations, comrade, Gihrain says. Who are you? I'm the great wizard Gihrain. Throughout the tenure of my wizardry career, I have bolstered the guild's library with countless arcane tomes, forged ties with mystic species, and most importantly, thwarted the nefarious research of those devious sorcerers who dare walk sanctimoniously among the virtuous men and women of the guild, concealing their malevolence and masquerading as one of our own. He doesn't like sorcerers. What makes a wizard different than a sorcerer? An astonishingly obtuse quarry, but a wizard judges not. Wizards are dedicated to the selfless pursuit of advancing the arcane arts, strictly for the betterment of humanity. We stand as a single paragon of wisdom, virtue, and benevolence. Sorcerers, on the other hand, are scheming little imps who veer in the shadows, misusing the power of the arcane for their own selfish gains, eventually destroying everything in their path. Do you see the difference now, comrade? Yeah, thanks for enlightening me. No problem. After all, it is my duty to prevent those who may be led astray. May light guide you on your path ahead. Okay, that's good enough. We're done talking to people for now. We're going to go down and sleep. This does end your boat journey and sets you into a tutorial for combat. As you begin to fall asleep, you feel yourself being pulled into a mysterious void. Alright, we're in some sort of fiery town. Eltimar, you're just in time. I found the girl with the stone. She's... Urgh. That man just... was killed. The priest, who somehow knew your name, whatever remains of him anyways. So you can examine dead bodies, but you can't really loot them. Also, I don't think we're in a physical entity, or in a physical realm. I think we're in a dream. The doors have been bolted shut. You hear desperate cries for help echoing from within. Oh right, there's more statues and stuff here. This says, "Why hast thou forsaken us in our time of need? Nary a miracle may save us at this dire hour." Walk along the street, just mouse over things. When your symbol... No, I guess this is it for me, the captain says. May the gods have mercy on us all. Captain, no! That's actually pretty grim, man. There's like a little disc of shadow with little tendrils coming off of it and just like stabbed him through the chest and is holding him aloft. It's pretty cool. A heap of charred arcane manuscripts. Amidst the scorchings, you barely discern the words "Alas, Fishmas." Note reads, "The Andra is doomed. Find a ship and leave this continent. For all that remains here is damnation." Impaled, lifeless. Poor dude. There's something else. Just like, oh yeah, soldier's lifeless body. Sometimes if you scroll over things, it gives you a little thing. May the lady shelter thee from the horrors to come. The soldier's face has been scorched beyond recognition. Impaled by a demonic spear, a testament to the town's grim fate. I love the pixel graphics, by the way. I find it's sort of a timeless nostalgia, which really speaks to me. The darkness beckons. You may recognize this girl. She is from the splash screen. She has a cool tattoo and is really underdressed maybe for the combat, but whatever. The darkness beckons. Whatever's to come may no longer be stopped. Hey, Eltimar, you're a little late, aren't you? Tell Benito and the others I said goodbye. And then she explodes into a puff of smoke. And a giant statue also explodes and becomes a titanic monster. We are now in a fight. This is our first fight of the game. It's also unwinnable, but it's a tutorial on how to fight. So we're gonna summon a skeleton, of course. I'm gonna go hide behind this guy, maybe. Can't really go too far, but let's Iron Maiden him up. Oh yeah, we don't have AP, we just summoned, right. So, really quick breakdown of combat. Movement points on the left, AP or action points on the right, turn over thingy in the center, and your skills are all on the bottom of the screen. Armor, barrier, and health up at the top left, and my summon's right there. So that's really all there is to it. And it did hit us, and it's smacking us around a little more. We took a bit of damage there. It's going to use Hellfire. We did lose some physical, or some magical barrier there, but didn't lose much. And it's attacking the skeleton, which is kind of nice. Skeleton has 2 attacks, and is smashing through the physical armor of the creature. the shadow creature. I've never actually been able to... Well, you can't win this fight, but my goal in this particular instance is to try and kill at least one shadow. Last time I got very close and then I died, so that's really my hope. You'd think that running away would help, but apparently I don't think it does. I'm just going to stand here and fight. We got Hellfire, took a bit of damage. And then it's going to slash us. I'm hoping that the other one will stick to our... Nope, it's definitely going to come after us. We're going to take a 50 hit there. Yeah, it's definitely just coming after us. That being said, we're just going to go all in on that one nether shadow there. It's about half dead. We're going to use Vampirism to, you know, get our own little bit of health back. We might be able to kill one. Oh, it's attacking the Skeleton Warrior. Nice, we might survive a little longer. If we can kill one, I'd be very curious to see what happens. Last time I ran away and one chased me down and just killed me while my skeleton fought the other one, but it did not work out the way I'd hoped. Oh, it didn't die. It looked like it was about to die. That's uncool. Can I go hide in a corner? Yes, maybe I can get the skeleton to block the way. Unlikely, but you never know. We're out of AP. It's coming to fight us. We're only going to last one more round, I think. Although it is fighting our skeleton again. Unfortunately, it's now blocking our way of escape. We do have another Iron Maiden up, which is just mostly going to go through its barrier, unfortunately. Barrier down. And that's all we have. And I think this is the end. Yeah, we're dead. At long last, the Dark Entity says, freedom. The fate of Aarde hangs in the balance. Your champions have fallen, abandoned by those they called gods in their most dire hour of needs. The stone's power is without bounds, but it can be yours should you wish. You alone hold the potential to tip the scale. What scale? The battle between good and evil, naturally, a tale more ancient than time itself. Now sleep. We shall meet again when the fated hour draws close. You awaken from the nightmare only to find yourself in another. Tossed from your ship and ensnared in some spherical prison, you're caught in a wild dance amidst the ocean's roaring waves, like a feather in a gale. As the air within the confinement diminishes, your consciousness becomes lost to the grip of suffocation. And that's the end of the game. We suffocate to death and die. No, I'm just kidding. We are going to wake up on, or I guess, well, in a place, more accurately. It's a little camp. It looks lovely. If we try and take a move, we immediately get thrown into a cutscene. You open your eyes to find yourself standing amidst the camp of pilgrims, going about their rituals. You try and recall how you got here, but your memories are a blur. You should seek out your fellow guildmates, Aska and Luciet, to find out more about what transpired, and we will. We will do that. We now have a quest log that we can see what we're doing and stuff with. So, Aska, Luciet, and I have been tasked by the Heroes Guild with a mission of utmost importance to escort a package of unknown origin to the guild's branch in New Acre for investigation. We need to reunite with them in the pilgrim camp, and something has caused the ship to capsize while we were asleep. Very Divinity Original Sin 2. We were on a boat, it got blown up, we got saved by a magical bubble. We ended up on shore, in this case, in a pilgrim camp. So having reached the first settlement, let's take a brief stock of the game so far. It is graphically beautiful. The pixel art is well done, backgrounds look nice, characters and sprites are detailed enough that they can be easily identified independently of each other. Shading looks good. Colors are bright and cheerful, which is nice in a fantasy game. There's a lot of grim, dark fantasy games now, and I kind of like a nice step towards, you know, a cheerful looking game, sort of the Legends of Mana or Secrets of Mana sort of aesthetic. It does have that new world dynamic with palm trees, sort of the Age of Piracy, Caribbean sort of aesthetic. I like that as well. In terms of audio, the music on the main screen was just fantastic, and I wish that level of music had carried into the game itself. While there is some nice ambient sounds in the background, you can hear birds chirping, and there's some sounds of the camp around you. A nice musical score for a fantasy game, especially in a bright, cheery area like this, would have been kind of nice. Not a big deal either way, but Just something I've noticed. Gameplay-wise, it doesn't deviate a lot from the tactical role-playing game sort of formula, but what it does well. So summoning is always good. It's nice that you have so much choice in the beginning to customize your character and class, whether or not that balance maintains as the game goes through. It's going to be something to keep our eye on, but it is nice that you're allowed to take a wide array of combat choices, or I guess combat strategy choices, so early on in the game. But for now, let's continue on with the demo and see what else it's going to bring us. Now that we have that out of the way, let's start looking around the pilgrim camp. So our two characters are clearly down here at the bottom. I can recognize them from the boat. One of them is eating soup or something along those lines, and one is standing stoically, sword and shield in hand. But let's go talk to other people in the camp first. So there's this lady. Greetings, hero. We're honored to have your company as we embark on our voyage. So this is a healer. We have some questions for her. How can she help? Where am I? You find yourself at the campsite of Ogier's emissaries, bound for the frontier to honor the fallen Beglianir. We shall gather at his remains and pray for Ogier's sanctuary, for no one knows of the consequence that befell him when his beloved equine was ripped from the sky that day. How can I help you again? Who are you? Since the time of antiquity, the realm of man remained under vigil, watched by the gods above. Of them, the great winged one Ogier, or maybe it's Ogier, could be Ogier, emerged the staunchest defender of our kind. When an abominable evil, whose presence made even the gods tremble, threatened our survival, Ogier alone rushed to our aid in the face of oblivion. I'm going to go with Ogier, but if it's Ogier, I apologize. Ogier was immediately overpowered in battle against the devil himself, both his radiant wings torn from his back, his existence nearly turned to nothingness. ... Oh my, it seems I've become rather loquacious with age. What was it you were asking again? I just wanted to know your name. I apologize for having rambled on, young hero. My name is Murack, elder of Ogier's emissaries. What is Beglianir? Beglianir is the mare of light, belonged to the god Ogier, and served as his wings in the crossing between realms. The two were inseparable even at worship. Beglianir equally as beloved as Ogier by his followers. A recent tragedy saw Ogier's cherished steed cruelly ripped from his side, executed by a god-killing arrow that pierced the skies from the realms across, fired off the very same ground we tread upon by an entity not yet unknown. Who is Ogier? Ah, the Great Winged One, though the Unwinged God is the title most used in present day. Ogier is the god of all light, sentinel over the realm of man, protector of our kind from long before we even began to celebrate him. Recent events have seen Ogier taking up arms against his fellow gods. I fear the only fate that awaits our world is utter destruction, the continents torn asunder in the wake of their conflict. Why are they fighting? Ogier is known to be a most temperamental god. Once he learns of the circumstances, there's no stopping him in his pursuit of justice. It's without a doubt that he seeks passage into our realm through the lowering of the Benedictus, the soul bridge between the gods' realm and ours, and it's without a doubt that the gods will object in vehemence, in fear of the devil's return, or perhaps the very mortals they swore to watch over. Is there anything I can do to help? Which apparently is a quest. Quell the tethered fury of a god? Goodness, I should expect not. But if you wish to lend aid to the pilgrimage, perhaps you might keep an eye out for scattered fragments of Beglianir's bones. The very least we can do for the pitiful child is to gather as many of his remains before we can begin the ritual proper. Okay, so we're finding bones. We've picked up a quest. If everyone planted carrots instead of fighting, the world would be a much better place. Anna, let's have a talk for a sec. This is clearly a temporary camp, and carrots take a while to grow. I don't know if you're staying here long enough for them to grow properly. You might be wasting your time, but okay. Do you have anything for someone feeling seasick? Uh-huh. Want to have a look? I'm a little strapped for silver, but my friend isn't feeling too well. Okay, I guess I can spare a lemon if it's for a friend. We got a lemon from her stash. We don't have a friend, first of all. Oh, maybe we do. Oh no, someone's stuck guarding the latrine. We can't reach him, so he's not twoable, but there's someone here. You notice a red-skinned man holding onto a wooden long staff that has been planted firmly in the soil, flanked by carts neatly stocked with an eclectic mix of weapons, armor, scrolls, and knickknacks gathered from all over. He is undoubtedly a man of commerce. You see a number of artifacts that pique your interest and begin waving your fingers as you run through wild, imprecise budget calculations in your head, while attempting to peer under the dark guise of his hood as if to surmise. If he has dozed off, He gestures at you with his free hand, beckoning you to approach him. Greetings, adventurer. Are you, perchance, in need of anything particular? I had some questions. I'd be happy to answer them, if I can. I don't know why I'm giving him that voice, but that's his voice now. Who are you? I am a merchant, traveling with the children of Ogier. I gotta be consistent on how I say that name. The band of pilgrims you see before you. The name is Sumin. Well met, Sumin. The pleasure is all mine. Anyways, oh wait, do you have a quest or anything? We should probably talk to you again just to make sure. I got more questions. What do you do here? I apply the wares you see behind me on behalf of the pilgrims, sharing my knowledge of the world and experience in mercantilism, both of which they distressfully lack. In return, I receive food, shelter, safety, a share of the profits, and a life free from the judgment from those who choose to see my kind as a plague. It must be tough being branded a demon. So you're familiar with the demons or devil's mark, I take it. Remind me what that is again? Those afflicted with the devil's mark are demons, as most would call us, have our skin cursed in an infernal shade, our backs tainted by a bed of small, hideous spines. That sounds terrible. Not half as terrible as the things people may say, or do to people like us. I got more questions. Tell me more about the devil's mark. Gladly, if you wish to hear about it. Though the condition is hardly contagious, it's unsightly and an abomination to most. The fate of a demon often ends in exile, or worse, a torturous death by the very communities who would celebrate the day before they turned. My story is not so much different. More questions. Is there a cure for the devil's mark? Not until recently, or so the rumors say. My primary purpose on this pilgrimage is still to mourn for the fallen sun, but I cannot help to divert my gaze to Calm, a rural village that lies on the outskirts of Kaspari territory, where a virtuous doctor is said to have reversed the transformation of a fellow demon. Who's the doctor? I know about as much about him as you do, adventurer. I was hoping that you could discern his identity on your journey. I'll keep an eye open. You have my thanks. It's not technically a quest, I guess, but... You call it to the hooded man, but he ignores you. Fine. The man stood tall with impeccable posture and unwavering confidence, stirring in you mild feelings of insecurity, though dressed unassumingly. His weathered battle-scarred hands silently divulge his seasoned history on the battlefield. His open demeanor among fellow pilgrims makes him seem unguarded, but you gradually discern that his gaze has been fixated on you from the very moment you began approaching him. The man calls out to you with a booming voice. Greetings, the name is Guyan. Welcome to our camp, adventurer. Now then, what can I do for you? Your fellow pilgrims look exhausted. Do you require aid? I don't like to overwork anybody if I can, but we're short on hands. With 3 of my men out in search of ceremonial offerings. They've been gone a day already, but since I personally trained them myself, they should be able to hold their own in a fight, should there be trouble. Perhaps they've run into a smidge of trouble along the way, and just need some help getting free. If you have a noon to spare, would you kindly help search the jungle for them? Okay, we'll keep an eye out for them. Thank you kindly. Well then, okay, well we have things to do, apparently. Let's go talk to you. What do you guys say? Want to try feeding the chickens? Don't worry, they don't bite. Sure. You feed the chickens. Oh, cute. Who are you, random mage dude? The man in white robes stood up from the pilgrims in the camp who were dressed in drably colored rags. You peg him as a sorcerer of sorts, as everything about his appearance screamed magic, from his pointy conical to the time-worn scriptures on his back, along with an exquisitely manufactured rod. You get the sense that he has been eyeing your every move since you woke up. However, he seems to be staring in another direction each time you turn to face him. Why, hello there, adventurer. Now how might I help you? Who are you? Oh, just the son of a simple carpenter, looking to broaden, shall we say, his arcane horizons. But you can call me Kareth. Now how may I help you? I got some questions. Of course you have. Go ahead then. Ask away. What you doing here? Mostly the same as everyone else here, my dear. Adventurer, searching for a way off this island and into the new world. Now, how else may I help you? What do you got? In which case, got spells, including Nightfall. Wait. Read to learn. Oh, it's vampirism. Okay, and then this is Iron Maiden. So we already have those. Oh, okay, so there's scrolls and books. I understand. Light My Fire is Barrage. Old Feller is Call Companions Sirius. Queen of Thorns is Forceful Shot. Rain of Fire is Meteor. Shaping Lives is Gem Golem. Must be an earth spell. That fool's name is Mercy, it's Execute, and Bendy Bandit is Nimble Body, and then we have Form of Water, which is Rejuvenate. So water appears to be healing magic. We have we have a gift from Dad. That's it. Go away. I want to put this ring on. We have a ring, which gives us an additional 15 magic barrier. That seems like an awful lot of magic barrier. Let's go talk to our actual people now. Good to see you open about, Eltimar. I thought you were a goner for sure. What happened to the ship? The storm took a turn for the worse while you were asleep. Then a maelstrom manifested seemingly out of nowhere, swallowing up our ship whole. We survived thanks to Aska's barrier, which I managed to transport using a spell of wind. Do you know where we are? We are most certainly on Respite Island, the only known island near our last location. These pilgrims were kind enough to provide us with food and shelter, but we shouldn't stay put for too long. Our first step should be to enter Gladeheim, the island's port town. There we should be able to find a new ship to replace the one we lost. Let's see how Aska's doing and leave as soon as we can. So Luciat is now in our party. Let's take a look at him. He is Strength 1 Int 1, which means he's technically 1 worse than us. And we can have him do... He's got the longsword, or he can have a Gale Wand? We can... Oh, he can be either a sorcerer or a warrior, it looks like. He's also got an energy sphere, which is... an offhand. Okay, so it can be a mage knight, kind of, or a sword knight, but I'm going to keep him as a sword knight, I think. We already have magic. Oh, wait, what are his skills? That's us. Okay, so he's got a whole lot of memory. Why does he have so much memory and no constitution? Oh, well, whatever. Swordsman wizardry, that's what I figured. Aeromancer warrior, so it's a little bit of air mage and warrior. What are his skills? He's got Sheath and Wind, which gives our weapon air damage. Thunderbolt, which does lightning damage. Stormcloud, which is sort of like an AoE cloud, it looks like, or something like that. 3 does 6 air damage for 2 hits. Set shocked for 3 turns. Maybe it's more of like a quick lightning bolt type thing. Destructive strike, parry, and bulwark. He's got lots of skills. So many skills, in fact. What are you doing here? Let's talk. Or not. There we go. Hey there, Eltimar. Are you feeling better yet? Yep, just need a moment to shake it off or shake it out if you catch my drift. She leaps into our party. Talent acquired, Wildheart. While Aska's in your party, you can speak with and understand the animals of the world. Many often have valuable information, items, or even quests to share. Excellent, let's search the nearby jungle for a way into town. Go talk to our dog first, now that we have wild talk. What's cooking, good looking? I pet the dog. Oh yeah, that's it. Continue to pet him. Yeah, that's the stuff. Yes, more. When was excitement peaked at the furious bout of petting, causing him to collapse to the ground in joyful exhaustion. Man, you're good, Two Legs. You come again for more now, you hear? Okay, let's, Is your name really Wanbo? Nope, that's just a silly name you Two Legs have given me. My real name is Reginald Doug Freeson, but you can call me Reggie. Nice to meet you, Reggie. I'm Eltimar. I smell you around then, Eltimar. What's cooking, good looking? Okay, that's not much. Let's go take a look in the forest. Let's go out into the actual world for our first time. Looks like there's some free-range exploration going on. We can search things. A large beehive hangs from a tree. You can probably find some honey in it if you're brave enough. I'm brave enough. There's a sticky tree sap, which is apparently a quest item. And honey. It's consumable. Okay. We'll keep that in mind. We should probably save, but now it's too late because I've walked into something. Oh, it ran away. Okay. Now, moment of truth. Is there a quick save in this game? And is it F5? I don't see a quick save. We might just have to save normally. Okay. Fair enough. Anything around? There's a hole in the ground. A hole in the ground, and a long way down. Best to stay clear. Whoever this arm belonged to could have probably used a hand against the creature you just saw. We can search this thing. It has a bronze pickaxe, some silver, and a letter to Freyna. Fina, not Freyna. Let's read it. Letter to Fianna. My dearest Fianna, I know that I promised you that I would stay behind, but too many of our brothers have lost their lives in the defense of the Northern Cape. I cannot sit idly by knowing that my magic can save tens, even hundreds of them. These human invaders have proven far more relentless than our scholars ever gave them credit for, making up for a lack of ability with sheer numbers. and a persistence that rivals a ripper attempting to cut through a rock, and now it is us who will pay the price for their hubris. I have left our child in the care of the witch, sorry. Though you may detest her for her race or craft, I would trust her over any of our brethren on this detachment. Should I fail to return home, seek her out and bring our child home. Your beloved Xandes. So you left a letter for your wife to find your child, who you left with a witch, not knowing if any of those things will come to pass. You are an irresponsible father. I'm not going back to the camp yet. Let's go down here. That man is a very irresponsible parent. I don't know if he's a father. Could be anything. Let's talk to this thing. What is that? It's a lemur. I love lemurs. They're adorable. Greetings, human. Who are you? I am Mimo, and as you can see, I am very high up. Greetings, human. What you doing all the way up there? I'm looking for a thing of great importance to my family that has been taken away. Climbing up on high on this dead rock person will help me see further. Dead rock person? Don't you mean golem? No, it's a silly name and doesn't mean anything. Humans are so unclever. How about they never get past my intelligence quiz? Alright, let's do it. Oh, a confident human. No surprises there. You can take the quiz, but don't blame me if your feelings get hurt. Just let me know when you're ready. I'm ready. I can do a quiz. I'm smart sometimes. Let's do it. Good, brave human. Unclever but brave. What has one eye but cannot see? A needle? Impressive, for a human that is. Question 2. What is yours, but is used more often by other people? It's a name. A name. Well, obviously. Final question. What can make any wish come true? Dreams. Cheeky, but not wrong. Seems that somehow you managed to score full marks, human. Congratulations. I'd clap for you, but my hands can't reach one another quite like you humans can, so just imagine I'm doing it. Now take these prizes for your efforts. Be proud in knowing that you're the first human I've given any to. Bye-bye now, not so silly human. Give us some stuff, including a potion of intelligence, a keystone of water. We can use it to activate a certain device on Respite Island. Okay, fair enough. Does it activate the golem? Nope. Okay. It doesn't look like we can do anything else there. I do like the incorporation of quiz type stuff, even if it's an easy quiz. That was actually one of my favorite parts of not Master of Orion, of Might and Magic 8 is sort of near the end. You get to do a little trivia quiz thing. Quite enjoy when they put stuff like that into games. So, kudos to Ocelot for that. That was nice. I like that. Where are we going now, I wonder? Down here? Yeah, we're starting a fight. Okay, there's stuff going on here. Looks like there's 4 enemies, plus... I guess that guy's not part of the fight, but that's fine. Solid shock damage to that one. And I think that's... Oh, we can do one more thing. We can sheath with wind. I don't know how long that buff lasts. I should have checked that. For 3 turns, okay. Our other character, I didn't actually look at her skills or abilities, so let's just play it by ear. She's got Serrated Vines, so earth spells. She's just an earth character, obviously. She's got Fortify, Serrated Vines, Hunter's Trap, and Forceful Shot, so she's an archer. Double poison damage on that one. We are going to move back a bit too. Let's keep our main guy in front. I don't know how far these guys can go, but they are dashing in, so that means they're double moving, which will take up all or most of their AP. We are going to summon... We're going to resurrect a poor soul that was here, and that's all our AP, so we can't do anything else. But now we have a Skelly Boy to guard us, or at least be part of the fight. So that one's magic damage, or magic armor's down. Let's just move, fight this one, and start taking him down. The reason is we can just use magic to kill this guy. It's so close to death. Alright. What else can we do? We have 1 AP left. We can just straight up slash this one for some damage. Forceful shot, damage and knock down or knock an enemy away for you. I don't think we need to do that very much. Let's just use Slag Blast. Okay, so if we move... Whoops. It looks like it does like an X-shaped thing. I don't really want to move her in, to be honest. She'll die, probably. Can I put a trap on a tile with something in it? No, but we can put a trap there. And we have forceful shot. We're not wielding a bow. Oh, because we're wielding a staff. That makes a lot of sense. Let's move back. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, she got stinged. Oh, she got magic barriered. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. How much hit point, or how many hit points do you think that one has left? Oh, I was kind of hoping it would just die from that, but one is dead now. Okay. We can still... Nope, we don't have enough AP for Iron Maiden, so let's just use other spells, I guess. Lucian has a bunch of physical armor. Just keep attacking the Blightwings. Move him here. We can probably kill the Blightwing. Yep. And we're starting to deal damage to this other one. We can start hitting this one too. 4 little bits of damage. Actually, quite a bit of damage. But she didn't do much last turn. Cool. Almost dead. Thing is starting to get through our magical armor, which is a little annoying, but not much we can do about that at the moment. We got rid of that magical armor. Should we just kill this one? Maybe. I should have attacked that one first. It's not going to die this turn. And we could have killed it for sure. But it's only attacking our skeleton, so it doesn't matter. Combat almost over. That skeleton is really good at killing things. So close to death. Move over here. I guess we could have used that one instead. Was it 3 AP? Yeah, oh well. Might still kill it. And we did. So we gained... So Eltimar did nothing that fight, but his skeleton did a lot of damage. And that's all that matters, really. Looks like Lucian did most of our physical and magical damage. Did so much damage, in fact. And then Aska did some stuff. We gained 16 experience. We need 20 more to level. If we look at our stats, it looks like everyone has the same amount, which is nice. And we have to search... Oh, searching each body individually is kind of a bit of a buzzkill, but that's okay. Empty, empty. Anything else? Yes. Lightwing stingers. And banana and a bow. Okay, so maybe we put the bow. Now, is inventory shared? No. Inventory is not shared. She has a great bow that does earth and range damage, or we can give her the great bow, which does the same amount of damage, but with less things, so it's worthless. Let's swap these in. I'm going to give her the bow instead, because I think I want her to do physical damage. Because we're going to try to make a physically type group, I think. Scroll, silver. Let's talk to this guy. Oh, he's dead. Enchanted Amethyst. +3 magical barrier, +1 wizardry, which is nice. And a soldier's note. Let's use the gem. How do we use gems? What slot do they even go in? They go into the hold heap. Oh, they're an offhand for rod people. That makes sense. +1 wizardry is nice. So he's just straight up dead at this point. And there's a chest over here we can loot, potentially. Oh, hitting WASD like an idiot. Valewood branch instead of E. Alright. Oh, we can clearly... Oh, you can free look around. That is really nice. I'm gonna go this way, though. Is everything... Oh, Alt does highlight things, but it doesn't highlight everything. That is also good to know. Okay, so... little bits of things at a time being introduced to us. That's nice. You have to hit E to pick up things. You can't just click on them. Like if I'm clicking on it, it doesn't do anything. You have to actually hit E. Just as a reference. Do we lead all those things? There's a supply crate we missed. Marked with the sun's glory, the symbol of the Mazan kingdom. We got a Bandani and iron ore. We don't have anyone that is a rogue. Do we need a quiver? I mean, we can give her a quiver. It does 1 armor. Which is kind of interesting, but fair enough. Let's look around at our gear. We can put a bandana on. We look really nice. And not at all thievery-y. Alright. Well, I think this is... Actually, I want to get one level first. Let's try and do this fight and see if we can gain a level. Before we make a judgment, let's see a final judgment of the demo. Let's see what this does. I like the graphical effect for the wind sheathing on the sword. It looks really cool. Now we do have a bow with forceful shot, which is kind of nice. There is lightning in the water, though. That is interesting. If I move up, can I shoot from here? Target out of range. How about here? Target... What is the... Oh, it's in straight lines. Okay. Unfortunate, but alright, we'll do this instead. Don't step into the lightning, I guess, is probably our goal. She also has a healing thing. Neato. Let's summon a skeleton. And that's all we can do. So she's definitely going to get hit, but she's got pretty good armor. He's going to get hit, but he also has really good armor. And is stepped right between the skeleton and us, which is very nice. So we can easily kill this thing. I don't know if flanking attacks do more or less damage in this game. It doesn't really appear like they do, but I'm not 100% sure about that. That's almost dead, but not quite. Bow is just one. Oh! Ah, okay. That's good to know. So you may have noticed that she wasn't able to shoot this one that's almost dead. It's because bows have cover effectively. I don't think we gained enough experience to level up. Eight whole experience. Alright, we still have to kill more things to gain a level. I don't know what all these items we're picking up do yet. Maybe crafting or something along those lines, but let's go find more things. There's a couple more things to fight down here. There's 4 guys or so. That just restores armor, it doesn't actually make more armor. She has a line of... No? Oh, wait, she's not quite in range. She needs to... Oh, it's off-centered slightly. That's gonna suck, but that's fine. We'll just do this instead. Bows seem kind of finicky. I might not use them too much, we'll see though. Spells are much better. Roar Ferocity. Sounds bad to us. There's a full-blown wreck site here and it did an earthquake. I don't know exactly what that did, but it seemed bad. I'm going to move away with our one character. He's not that tanky. Although I think he actually might be tankier than some of our other group members, to be honest. Because of the constant... Oh, we missed. We missed our first attack of the game. Disappointing. Lucius took a bit of damage. There's another one coming up. These are all babies. That one can get into range. Alright. Do we just attack? Probably, right? And we missed our final attack, but it did take some damage anyways. Who are we shooting at? Go up here. That was very dumb. I did that wrong. Oh no, we can shoot this one. Okay, that's fine. We missed one of our attacks. She is being hit by the main one. We can try and kill this one, although I don't think it'll die this turn. Move up a bit so we can actually see what's going on with this wreck site up here. Okay, we're going to move our skeleton to kill this one. Removing damage from the battlefield is important. This is kind of an unfortunate situation. They are really coming at us hard. Asuka's gonna need to heal up her own armor. We should probably go fight the main wreck site though. At this point. His magic armor is getting chewed down by the wind sword thing. Let's use Bulwark, gives us 12 armor. And do this one, I guess. We missed. Unfortunate. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Iron Maiden. Do some damage. And we didn't know you could miss Gloom. And yet here we are. Our skeleton can't get into range, so he's just going to attack this one. And then move. Did I say Pelt was reinforced? How does that even work? I mean, our Lucian's taking damage now too. Who do we fight? I think we attack... Oh, we have a lightning bolt as well. It does a bunch of damage, so let's do that. She has 3 attacks. She could possibly kill it if she doesn't miss. And she didn't. Let's get her away from the fight. Try and keep her alive. She can move pretty far. We're on cooldown for all of our good abilities. Let's just move over here by our skeleton. And deal with the baby Rexit. Whatever you want to call it. It's almost dead. Skeleton should be able to finish it off. And we just have 1 left to go. Alright. This is going pretty well. Okay, so Slash is going to hit Asuka again. But they missed the second attack, which is nice of them to do. We're just going to start pelting it with arrows. We do have Vampirism back up, but that's going to chew through its magic armor. A little bit of damage on it, though. That's nice enough, I guess. And I think the skeleton should be able to kill it now. Perfect. Done. Did we gain a level? I think we did. Yes, we 100% did. Let's find out how to level up. It's not by clicking on the thing. Okay. So we get to choose an attribute at level up and a point. So we have 1 point there, you can see by the numbers listed. So we're going to put our point into intelligence, wizardry, and warlock. For him? Oh, there's still something missing. Oh, he gets... I am unclear what these do. If I just hover over it, will it tell me? Well, I'm going to choose intellect for our main character, I guess. And for you, we're going to go strength. We wanted to be a strength person. Swordsman. And warrior. And he can have inspire. Just going to grab dex. So she's definitely a dex-based character. Not so much an... Oh, she has 1 intellect, but still. Mostly a dex-based character. She has an eclectic range of ability points. I'm going to put her into ranged combat. And she's going to have hunter skills. You can cross-class as much as you want, though. She's going to be our seductress. Oh my. Alright, I think that's where we're going to end this first video. Our first sort of look into the game video. I'm actually really enjoying it so far. I think it's really fun, and I am definitely going to continue it in the future, probably upon release. So again, if you really like... Oh, we can mine things. Now I got distracted by mining. Okay, so we get copper ore, so there's crafting in this game too. Anyways, if you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, I would ask that you go wishlist the game. The link will be down below in the description. It's not an affiliate link. I don't get anything further out of this other than what I was compensated for to do the video. So if you enjoy it, please go wishlist it or purchase it upon release. Again, April 15th, 2024 is when it's going to come out, and I'll probably be doing a full playthrough of the game when it comes out at that point in time, because I'm honestly having a lot of fun playing it, and I think it's right up my alley as a tactical role-playing game. Kind of reminds me of Antherian a little bit, which was a game I loved as well. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, leave them below. Others, I'll see you all next time.